I'm Tandy Gutierrez, and this is your Pimp Your Mat Strengthener of the week. This time it's arms. So you will need a resistance band for these exercises, 3 in a row. It doesn't have to look like this one. It can be the ones with the handles on the end, or just the tubing, but you do need a piece of resistance band, okay? So you're going to stand on it to begin with. Both feet go in the middle, in parallel, which just means side by side. Toes are going to face straight forward. With the band, you're going to be responsible for how much resistance you're working with. So if it feels stressful and too much, loosen up. If you're like, I got nothing, I can't feel anything, you can choke up on the band. The first one is a variation of chest expansion from the Pilates apparatus work. So one end in each hand, palms are facing the back. Roll the shoulders down and back, lift through the belly. Then you're going to do a tiny bend in the elbow, and that one's real important. You're just going to press back behind you and then come back beside you. And you're going to press and come back and press and come back. And you can keep doing those. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's going on. So it becomes core work because your core is not moving. The goal is to brace in your core and to stabilize. So you're inhaling to lift through the belly button, exhaling to knit through the ribs. So that if your chest expansion looks like this, no good, okay? You're pushing with the back of the arm with tricep. And you can keep pressing until it gets tired, or up to 8 times is a good amount, okay? So you're going to stay on the band for the next set. 1 in each hand is the same. The setup is very similar. Roll your shoulders back, inhale to lift through the belly button, exhale to knit and close through the ribs. So you don't want it out here in left field, pull everything in. It's a reverse bicep pull. I want you to see it from the side so you can see alignment, because that's the part that matters. That your palms are facing down, shoulders are back, and then you just pull up on the band, okay? So it just goes down and up again. 90 degrees is enough to have the wrist in line with your elbow, okay? If it doesn't get that high, that's okay. Or if you can pull higher or your band is lighter, that's okay too. Important thing is that your elbows stay glued to your side, okay? You don't want to see this happening, that when you pull, the elbows shoot back, or that when you pull, your shoulders go forward. Okay? So everything's got to stay nice and long. The last bit that's important, your wrist. You're trying to stay straight and stable in the wrist. Watch that you're not pulling with your knuckles kicking back towards you, or with them down to the ground with a bent elbow. So you're just going to take an inhale to prepare, exhale to pull up, and an inhale to go down, and an exhale to pull up. Okay? Core is nice and stable. Everything's in a beautiful long line, down and up. About 15 of those, and you're good. Okay? Last one. It looks a little crazy, but I've never had a client who can't do it. Okay? It will just depend on how close your hands get together or where your elbows end up. Okay? So I'm going to turn around so that you see the hand set up, but it's going to go behind you. Okay? One hand is facing your head, this one. The other hand, palm, is facing away from you. The goal is to get the elbows as side of the room as possible. So very, very, very flat in feeling. You're just going to take an inhale, exhale, try to extend that top arm. So it's a tricep extension. Okay? Your elbows may be facing a different direction. Your hands may not be as close together on the band. That's okay. Okay? Do what you can. And know that the goal is to get the elbows facing the sides of the room eventually. But everything that we're doing right now is helping to open up the shoulders and the chest, so you're getting a sneaky stretch, and working the back of the arm, your triceps. So the spot that almost everybody I know comes in and asks to be better. So here you go, you can press up and down, okay? And then you're going to switch sides. So the switching may not be pretty, that's okay. It's about what happens to the arms, right? Okay, so I'm going to turn around again so you can see it, but I'm going to explain it first. One palm is facing your head, the other palm is facing away, elbows are trying to be to the sides of the room, core is nice and tight, okay? So here's the setup. Your hands may be very close, they may be far apart, that's okay. And then you're going to press to extend up, okay? So as you extend and bend, watch that your shoulders aren't going with you, that it doesn't look like that, because that's no good. You're squeezing down in the armpit to extend the band up. So space between your ear and your shoulders, which is a really common Pilates cue. Okay? So as you go, notice that my core is working every time, nice and tight, and pressing up and coming down, okay? So with the extensions, you can do 15 to 18 of those on each side, or work your way up to that number. If your arms are exhausted by the time you get to 8, that's cool. Do 8 and 8, and keep adding 1 or 2 repetitions a week, okay? So these are your Pimp Your Mat strengtheners for the week. Hope you enjoy them.